Fires far, journeys not.
Suckered by the Synod, weary of the whispers, why not go somewhere more agreeable? Reside at the Resplendence Boutique of Magical Wonders.
What brings you to the Bruma Synod Conclave this fine day?
Good morning.
No, it wasn't. Preceding its arrival, here in the Conclave was a mess of fire salts all over the living quarters. Obviously, fire salts are not too uncommon around a Conclave, so I passed it off as insignificant. Despite the other members' claims that they hadn't left any fire salts around. Now I'm sure it and the statue are connected somehow. Quite perplexing. You'd better get on it.
Can I help you?
Do you need something?
Anything unusual? Well, it's hard to tell, to be honest. I'm not exactly the most experienced mage in this area, but I did notice that it looks an awful lot like an alien design. Haven't you seen the massive statues by the entrances of their ruins? I also know that alien statues this portable and small would be very valuable, and therefore would probably all have been scavenged from the ruins. My theory? I think someone sent it here as a test. Someone who has access to valuable artifacts such as this, that they plan to come get it back. I think someone is going to try teleporting here using the same teleportation, technique. We should... I'm going to continue studying this thing. You might want to tell Cadius that this doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Good afternoon.
Hello. Have you learned anything more about our little perplexity? Then what are you talking to me for? By the 8. Maybe we can take advantage of this. Search the Conclave. Look for anything that seems out of the ordinary and bring it here. Maybe by examining the items, we can determine their origin.
I was curious about the journeyman level electrocution spell you showed me the other day.
Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave.
Let's say I tried to cast it myself, and it didn't quite cast the way yours did.
You shocked yourself, didn't you, Roland?
I wondered why it smelled of burnt hair in the conclave.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Don't you worry. We'll find a good, secluded area for Gerald's later to practice in, my friend. We'll make sure you stop singeing your... features.
Something you need from me?
Friend?
Hmm? I am always happy to help. Have you learned anything more about our little perplexity? Give them here. Let's see what they can tell us. Not just any generic form of soul gem. This is a black soul gem. Only 2 types of people use these: murderers and necromancers. This certainly isn't an item which carries with it a positive stigma. What else? Fairly common, but it seems familiar for some reason. This almost seems like the type of boot I would wear. Intriguing. What else? A book. Weathered memoirs, eh? This seems to be a journal of some sort about the creation of Frostcrag Spire. Well, this is an interesting twist in our little mystery. Before we examine this further, I'd like to see any other artifacts which may have appeared. These told me a lot, thank you. One thing is certain. Whoever these items belong to is affiliated with the magical arts. More specifically, the darker side of the magical arts. It would also seem that our mystery mages have some connection with Frostcrag Spire. Haven't you seen that large tower in the mountains off in the distance? That is Frostcrag. It was supposedly erected back in the late 3rd era by some old mage with too much time on his hands. Quite the sight, isn't it? It would probably still be of great interest to the Synod too, were it not sealed off many years ago by its last residents. I'm not quite sure what part the Spire plays in the summoning of these mysterious objects, yet. We shall see. You're actually only half right. You see, now that I have at least some idea who's behind this, I'm restricting this investigation. The Synod appreciates all your help in solving this little enigma, but at this point... Wait, what's that? Oh, not again!
Who made that noise?
Glorious battle.
Scared him away.
I cannot simply step back and allow this to continue. Not now that there is a tangible threat to our hall. We must act. Go to Frostcrag Spire and do whatever is necessary to put an end to these infuriating escapades. I just hope that the college isn't somehow involved in this. Divines know they live to make trouble for us.
What is it?
Can I help you? Relatively good, as of late, I'd say. Hostilities are boiling under the surface here in Cyrodiil. Have been for a while. No one dares make the first move, but everyone's waiting for it with bated breath. That means they're arming themselves in preparation for rainy days to come. And that means customers for blacksmiths such as myself. Not to sound like a war profiteer, of course. Sure, they're not walking around in armor with swords in their scabbards all the time. But people are keeping a weapon handy a lot more these days. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself from a party of Thalmor Justiciars. Don't tell Armian I said that. They know a storm is on the horizon, and soon enough all of our lives are about to become a lot more dangerous. They want to be prepared. They're asking a Nord where he learned to smith. That's like asking an Altmer where he learned to make you want to punch him in the face. I learned all over Tamriel. I learned near enough my whole life. When I was 10, my mother would always be going on, you know. Damn it, Holgard, I haven't seen you with a hammer out of your hands for years. I don't even remember what your empty hands look like. By now, I'd believe it if someone said you were born with a smith's hammer in your hand. And burn marks to match. The bottom line is that blacksmithing is as much a part of being a Nord as the beards and the drink. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Only the sweetest moon sugar, the most potent moon sugar and skooma you'll find outside elsewhere. Take a look. This one travels a little.
Oh there, traveler. What's your business in Frostcracked Spire?
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
The Synod have no right to this place. This is soon to be a fully fledged College of Whispers cynosure. I am quite bewildered at this turn of events. As you can see, I'm here with a college reclamation team. We are trying to discover anything of magical interest in this spire. What are you here for? Mystery? What kind of mystery? Well, I can assure you that we are in no way responsible. On second thought, I'm not so sure. The only thing I can say is to check with Master Astar Ostentius here in the cynosure. Something tells me he might have something to do with your little mystery.
I'm rather busy with my work. Try one of the others around here. Yes, it is. Supplied by our colleagues in Water's Edge. We may be practitioners of necromancy, but that does not mean we have to stand the intolerable stench which comes with its study. It certainly has prevented a fair bit of fainting on my end. Not that I would actually faint, mind you. Just an expression. Cataloging. You don't need to know the details. The College of Whispers would not be named as such if we continually blurted out our findings to passerby. Do I? Well, maybe it's because I have my hands full trying to help establish a cynosure atop an oversized, frozen rock. Do you think that has anything to do with it? Mine simply happened to comprise most of the stressful busy work necessary to get this place into shape. Funny that, eh? I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the College of Whispers is a very old and well-respected organization.
You have to be more careful. We don't want anyone getting hurt in this experiment.
Be calm, my dear. Be calm. We don't even know if the thing is sending anything through. We have yet to send anyone to check the destination site. For all we know, the blasted creature could be in pieces all over the Geralds.
But a zombie? What if it did go through and somebody gets hurt? We can't have that happen, Astar.
We need live tests. Ugh. But I see your point. Very well. We'll do it your way.
Well, thank you. I just hope it didn't cause too much of a panic over there already.
Something about you seems a little...
freezing up here. Once our business here is concluded, I'm going to request relocation. What? Oh no. I knew the old man should have been more careful in his experiments. Go talk to Astar. He should be able to shed some light on your conclave's little mystery.
Oh, it's just you again, Carland. How have you been? They've been my family for most of my life. Don't you listen to wild rumor of those devious Synod mages either.
Where did I put you, little
The college is not some rogue sect of necromancers, or some secret hoarding gathering of rabble. No, we simply try to keep the people of Tamriel safe from their worst enemy, their own ignorance. We keep the most dangerous knowledge and magic away from the public and in the hands of those who wish to devote themselves to its practice. That way, the real threats to society are powerless. And those who simply wish to learn the arts, all of them, can do so freely and without constriction. Same thing I've been researching for the past 12 years. This tower. It is truly fascinating. Correct. On both accounts. The College of Whispers reclamation team just arrived. I was here long before that. Originally, I came up here to scout out the area for magical artifacts, as many at the time had tried to do. I was different, though. I succeeded. In fact, I was the first to enter this place after it was sealed by an unknown mage nearly 150 years ago. I had only planned on staying for a week or two. It turned into 3 years. $9 years? I'm not quite sure, to be perfectly honest with you. The last thing I remember is packing up my equipment and leaving for a project I was assigned to in Hammerfell. I'm not going to talk about my time there. I wouldn't even if I could remember the full story. I know I was with someone, though. Who was it? Taylor? Hamland? No. Odd. Indeed. Well, I certainly don't miss the hot, dry sand, that's for certain. How I got back here is anyone's guess, but I've been here ever since. Were there any other areas of my vast knowledge you wish to delve into? What do you mean, who's Carland? Stop being ridiculous, and let's get back to our research already. Why, this is the ever-famous Wizard's Tower, Frostcrag's Spire. So much history has taken place inside these walls. So many mysteries to uncover. So many previous residents to reincarnate and interrogate. Why, sometimes I hardly believe that I'm standing in the birthplace of purple grumites and phosphorus elytra. You don't know what an elytra is? They are the most fascinating creatures. I'm sure I've told you about them before. They are fascinating. It works then. Simply wonderful. Why, the Spire's portals, of course. You know, the ones I've spent the past few days slaving away at, tweaking, in an attempt to get the damn things to work properly. So, tell me, were the objects intact? Truly. Well, this calls for some celebration. We need to push further. Oh, yes. I think it's time to test this beautiful device out for real. Will you assist me? Without a true test, we will never be able to move forward. It needs to be done if we ever wish to implement our own teleportation platforms in the Sinishers. I doubt the Synod will take too kindly to a Whisper's mage suddenly appearing in their conclave. I knew I could count on you. Follow me.
Yes? What is your business?
Help? Well, since you asked, possibly. I need someone to fix a mistake a member of my team decided to disrupt our busy schedule with. Unfortunately, none of us has had the time to tend to it as of yet. What say you? Much appreciated. You see, during one of my more eccentric members' early conjuration experiments, she made an error in judgment and attempted a conjuration spell which was beyond her capabilities. While she did successfully summon a scamp, the binding process was flawed, and now the spawn is running wild through the channels. Aye, it's one of the lesser forms of Daedra. Small, wily spellslingers. Ugly little bleeders. Completely impotent. Might even say they're the Daedric equivalent of a Synod mage. Last we saw, it was headed south, toward Bold Man's Respite. Start there, and when you find it, return it to oblivion for me. Now go, and try not to die.
What the? You look like some sort of walking corpse.
As much as I appreciate your enthusiasm, no. In our current state, Frostcrack's Spire is still not officially recognized as a proper cynosure. Even if it was, in the cynosure's current state, I do not yet have the power to appoint associates. You may wish to check back at a later date. Once the Imperial Council acknowledges our request, we can always use the members. A cynosure is a place of magical significance. A headquarters and a research site, all in one. You probably think of it like a sort of conclave. I can assure you it is not. The Synod have conclaves, based out of the old Mages Guild halls. The College of Whispers have cynosures, the proper term for any magical hall in place of study. So, was there anything else? We are an organization devoted to the study of magic, in all of its forms. Unlike those close-minded Synod mages over in Bruma, we do not restrict our members simply out of ignorance and fear. Necromancy and conjuration are as much schools of magic as restoration and illusion, whether the public approves of them or not. You ready for what awaits you? What I need is to genuinely test these portals out and get them calibrated. I can't fix a problem I don't know exists, after all. First, though, I need you to place a marker at the destination site. This ancient thing is set to send people to the old Bruma Mages Guild, which is now the home of the Synod in Bruma. Here's the beacon. I hid it inside this boot here. Just put it in the main hall. With it in place, I'll hopefully be able to focus the portal's trajectory directly to the beacon's location before you test this thing. Good. I knew I could trust you. The Synod might not like it if they suspect you are helping us out. But you already knew that, so I'll see you back here when you're done. Oh, I almost forgot. And it's not like me to forget, so I best tell you before I forget again. Bruma's quite the long walk from here. Remarkable, truly. But I have more to tell you. Oh yes, much more. Indefinitely. Infinitely? No. Definitely infinitely. Infinitely more. I can teleport you to Bruma. Oh, yes. The glistening, frozen city high atop the Gerald Mountains, if my memory serves, and I believe it does. Traditionally, teleportation magic uses a focus. That's what the boot is for, to focus the magic, to make sure we end up precisely where we intend to. It's also why, throughout Tamriel's history, mages have employed mark and recall spells, invocations of divine intervention, and the like. However, I believe I've nearly perfected, mostly, a spell to teleport you to an imprecise location. That means I can teleport you to Bruma with a simple flick of my wrist. Expedite your journey, and a lot of fun on the way, I'd expect. However, as I alluded to, I can't send you to any particular location in Bruma. Imprecise magic, so no direct travel to the Conclave, I'm afraid. Still, The theory behind the spell is sound. Mostly, I think. So if you want me to teleport you to Bruma, now, or, well, any time, just let me know. Always a pleasure to help you out, Carlin. Steel yourself. This may feel a bit tingly. All right, here we go. Prepare yourself.
I certainly hope this is an unorthodox investigation method, and not simply you messing up my conclave.
Can I help you?
Ready for what awaits you. Now that I've made every adjustment I can think of to assure its proper function, I need only one thing. Step onto the teleportation pad. If it works, then not only will you have aided me in this first essential test, you will have stopped any further items from appearing in the conclave. Simply step onto the pad when you're ready. Well, honestly, I'm not certain. I would speculate that your body will be stretched, violently torn apart, and spread across the province. It's also possible that your soul will not remain attached to your body during the transfer, leaving it stranded in some forgotten plane of oblivion. The chances of that happening, though, are infinitesimal. You yourself have seen it work in action. Take this with you. If you make it through in one piece, don't bother returning to me. This'll let me know you made it. So, whenever you're ready... Who are you? Have we met?
So far, it seems to have stopped. Let's hope it stays that way.
Indeed? What happened? What was causing it?
Whispers! Curse those careless, undisciplined necromancers! This time their experiments endangered my conclave! But I'm curious how you think teleporting through it would have disrupted the thing. Still, no zombies, nor any other displaced objects for that matter, have appeared in the conclave since you left. So I suppose it stands to reason that you are being truthful. Well, I suppose we'll see. Your service merits reward. Please accept this sum of coin from the Synod's coffers. Now, good day to you.
Hello.
Hello. What is it now? Divine Snow. The old bat's mind has been slowly degenerating ever since he returned from an expedition to Hammerfell. Anyway, I have important research to return to. If you want to gossip, talk to the Breton.
Yes? What is your business here?
Yes, I already know. I asked a little friend of ours to watch over you and make sure you followed through. Well done. Here's some gold. Now, if you'll excuse me. This territory belongs to the College of Whispers. What brings you to the top of this frigid mountain? Oh, you were the one, eh? I heard about that. Good work. Ah, I suppose you're probing for a reward for your service. Let's see here. Ah, yes. Take this. It's an old dagger my team found in one of the ruins during our journey here.
The things are fairly common in alien ruins, so the college won't miss it. Has a nifty enchantment, though. Thanks.
Let's give it our all!
Vampire!
I'm not gonna die like
Made that noise.
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
What was that?
Where'd you... Who's there? Where'd you come from? Pikachu, let's do it! Done and done. Who's there?
Who made that noise?
Pikachu, let's give it all!
What was that?
Please enter. My most beloved mistress awaits you. Do mind your step and your manners. This way, if you please.
So you come here and defy my acolytes, What is it that brings you to Underpaw? This is surely no place for the living. The Sign-On Man. Yes, he and I have history. He's not aware of my presence here, though, or of the life I choose to lead. Our history? We are siblings, mages raised together from birth. We had an inborn gift. We were talented, oh, no doubt about it, but we had nowhere to turn for training. Cadius chose to grovel and put on the sycophant act to get in with the synod. Now, he's well entrenched in that little group of impotent, politicking pretenders. I chose a different path. I chose to follow in the footsteps of my father. He also had a talent for magic, and he had been disowned by my family for necromancy. I tracked into this fortress, this Underpall, and began working under him. He fell ill and eventually died. I was granted ownership of this den of necromancers by family right, though my claim was, as always, disputed. Now my father serves me well, as you have already seen. Oh, yes, he was the doorman that let you in. But enough talk. It is time for me to test your might for myself.
Where'd you come from?
Die!
Done and done.
Well, we did it.
Knew I heard something.
The High Necromancer is dead. No doubt that's what you'll be telling my brother Cadius when you see him again. Oh, what joy for you, I'm sure. Savor it before it melts away. He lived in fear of my father, just like I did. But he was never as strong-spirited as I. While I took up the art of necromancy, he was busy licking the boots of his synod superiors, trying to rise through the ranks. I have no idea what he thought about my father's leaving, and he has no idea where I ran off to either, as far as I'm aware. But that's just it. He doesn't care. He just wants power, just like my father. He just happens to use politics to get it. The levels down below are filled with the corpses of the long dead, remnants of a necromancer's coven gone by, and useful tools for us. This place also has a certain aura about it. I can't put my finger on it, and we don't know where it stems from, but it has a certain power. Because my father was a necromancer. A vile, toxic, abusive man, but a powerful man nonetheless. He lorded it over me and my brother Cadius. When he finally left, I felt relief, but also curiosity. I wanted to see where he had gone and what he was going to do. He came here to become a necromancer. I worked under him and eventually grew powerful enough to off the bastard. Oh, everyone else just thought he'd fallen ill. I want you to kill me. Kill me in front of my father's shriveled corpse. It seems somehow poetic. I don't care whether he still has his soul in his corpse. I just want a fitting end to his sordid tale. And that time is long overdue. Finish it. Finish me.
Time to die.
You've broken Imperial law. I'd advise you pay your fine or head to jail. Let's get this straightened out. Your stolen goods are going back to their rightful owners, and you're coming with me.
Leave me alone, would you? She? Who? Who was this? By the divines, Oh my. Did she make any mention of our father by any chance? I don't know what to say. Here, take the gold. I must grieve. Twofold. Oh, great. It's you. What do you want?
Who made that noise?
Oh, there, traveler. Who are you? Are you with the Thalmor? Tell me. Now! Then I suppose I can afford to stow my weapon. I hope for your sake you're not lying. Besides, we've nothing to be ashamed of. Go on then. Ask whatever you like. Come and go as you please. But we'll be watching you. What the? You look like some sort of walking corpse. I've been faithful to Talus ever since I was first old enough to understand the tales. The Thuum. To ascend to divinity. My grandmother would tell me the stories. Tiber Septim's great deeds, and his rise to godhood. A true inspiration. I believe in heroism. I believe in the resilience of man, not the supremacy of elves. And I'm not about to let a damn treaty change that. Not much to tell. We reject that fancy treaty the Emperor signed with those Dominion dogs. We believe in Tellus. We worship Tellus. And we'll keep worshipping Tellus. Treaties be damned. Politics be damned. Thalmor abduction squats be damned. Have you been living under a rock? Tellus worship's a crime now. Hermione and his justiciars have moved into Bruma. I didn't feel like sitting around in Bruma, like mammoths lining up for the milking. Turns out a few others had similar ideas. And so we left. Sometimes. But nothing we can't handle. Wolves, bears, the occasional troll, that sort of thing. Though recently, we've been in a bit over our heads. Bandits, you know the sort. They came through here and took my amulet of Tellus. It means a lot to me. Next time you're exploring the wilds, mind keeping an eye out for it? We'll reward you as best we can within our means. Thank you very much. Bandits probably have it stashed in one of their hideouts.
I'm Cresius Rodlin, sworn to Talos. I'd prefer not to say too much. I've got to walk on eggshells nowadays. That said, I used to live in Bruma. Narrowly evaded abduction. Heard Armion and his agents whispering outside my window. Ira and I, we escaped in the night through the Bruma caverns. Bartram let us use his house as a quick escape route. Good thing the guard captain didn't know about the trapdoor in Bartram's house, or I'm sure Armion would have too. Those were dark days. Dark days. Having to worship Tiber Septim in secret? Those old merry dogs will get what's coming to them eventually. Ira leads the congregation. I'm just a humble servant, a simple devotee.
If it turns out you are with the Thalmor, I'll run you through myself. I am the muscle. By looking intimidating, I scare away bandits. Those that have the brains their mother gave them, at any rate. And if any bandits, or wildlife, or Thalmor decide to try their luck, I send them swiftly onto Arcade. I'm not going to tell you my life story. You think I'm a fool? If the Thalmor know who my family are, they'll march them off in the middle of the night. Use them to try intimidate me. I'm a Talos worshipper. I follow Era. That's all there really is to it.
Well, if it isn't another adventurer, come to return the heirloom back to its rightful owner. Well, I'm afraid the heirloom isn't real. You're a damned fool, though I can't say you're the first. Looks like you've just wandered into something well over your head. Now tell me, are you gonna sink or swim? I'm someone that isn't afraid to kill people that ask tedious questions. Now listen. I have a dagger on my hip. It's laced with a deadly homebrewed Dunmer concoction. Luminos Rusla, Violet Coprinus, and a little bit of ground adamantium ore. All you need to know is that once this poison gets into your veins, well, I wouldn't be investing in any of your business ventures. So I suggest you cooperate with me. Nothing too hard. Child's play. Good thing for you, eh? I have a package here that needs delivering to a certain Dunmer lady in Bruma. Quite the damsel, that one. No, and don't ask what's inside. None of your business. Well, if you're going to put it so bluntly, I'm afraid you've disappointed me. I was hoping we could keep the foreplay going a little longer. Yes, I mean Elamoon Nethri. She's an associate of mine, stone-hearted bitch. Suits me perfectly. Give her the goods, and you'll never hear from me again. Betray me, and our fledgling love will be short but sweet. Not even any love letters. How's that for bittersweet romance, eh? I'll let you work out the right choice. I believe you've got a task to complete.
You're the one who helped return the Count's artifact. Oh? What crime? Go ahead, citizen. I see. Who's involved? I see. Well, I think it's about time I had a little chat with this Alamu Nethre. In fact, why don't you come along? You reported it. It's only fair that you're present for this.
Something about you seems a little off. I'll be keeping my distance.
Hello, I am Afana Adichie. I'm part of the Bruma court. Rather high-ranking in it, too. Anyway, is there anything you needed? Do? Oh, well, I suppose I don't really do anything in particular. I mean, I help out the Count when needed, of course. My father owned land outside of Bruma, and after some lucrative business with the Carvanes, became well respected. I inherited what he owned when he passed, and, well, here I am. Oh, but I do love conversations like this. Feel free to come back and chat about it again sometime.
Yes, officer? Is there something you need?
In irons.
I'm sorry. There must be some sort of mistake.
There's no mistake. Unless the blackmailing of this lady here was some sort of huge misunderstanding.
I assure you, this is all...
Something makes me think you can't explain all the correspondence and contraband we already discovered in your home a while ago. As thanks
Mind
for
your step.
reporting the smuggling ring to us, I'm authorized to dispense a small token of our gratitude. Be well, citizen. Now I have to go slap this wretch in irons. What do you say that?
Today it was the knees. Yesterday it was the bath. It feels like you don't trust me.
I'm sorry, love. The inn has just been so busy lately, and the stress is getting to me. I didn't mean to take it out on you.
You should take it as a compliment, Stantis. The general view is busy because of our hard work.
Yes, you're right. Wine, mead, ale, water. What will it be?
It is times like these that... Good afternoon. Excellent! Thank you. Here is your coin, as I promised. Profit for everyone, yes? Hail, friend. This one likes to stay south of the border. The Empire makes the Nords let you through the walls. It is better than constant wandering, even if not so profitable. But there are still many septums to be had. If you mean to ask why D'Artagnan is nothing elsewhere, it is quite simple. He came to Citadel a great many years ago. So long ago, he does not even remember the reason. And he has stayed here since. There are plenty of opportunities for adventure and profit, if one knows to look in the right places. About D'Artagnan? Not so much to tell. He comes from elsewhere, but his home is in Citadel. He has spent most of his time walking Tamriel in this place, and so far, he has no desire to leave. This one hunts, and he sells for a tidy profit. He plunders ancient tombs and caves in search of treasure, and treasure he finds. He lives comfortably, even if he is not rich. He is self-sufficient, and he is content. This one has been falsely accused of stealing from Icewind Traders, the general store. They tell him he has stolen their hides, and that he is selling them at his stall. This is false. This one has done nothing of the sort. In fact, perhaps you could help. Aedius Villius is the captain of the guard here in Bruma. If you speak to him, perhaps he will change his mind. This one fears he considers him a dirty thief and will not hear his pleas. Because the accusation is false, regardless of this one's past or his future. He has not stolen from the merchant. He does not steal from hard-working business owners. He steals from the pampered, the opulent, and the unjust. So, in helping this one, you would, in fact, be hastening the course of justice, not jeopardizing it. So, what do you say? Thank you. May you eternally walk on the warmest, glistening sands. These pleasantries please you, yes? Then Khajiit will continue.
I'm Sinja. Sinja's strong mind. I'm one of the nobles of County Bruma. Is there anything I can help you with?
Gort's the name? Killing's the game. Your skin... Hello. My hammer, a goblin's head, and a mug of ale. Great way to spend a Freitas night.
Hey, nice to see you around. Listen, there's a situation, and there are a few people I can trust with this. So maybe you'll help me with this? That's great news. As I said, there's a situation. Don't go around publicizing this, but a new threat's cropped up, far to the east of Bruma. Not bandits, not hedge wizards. Talos worshippers. Believe me, I don't have any bones to pick with Talos worshippers. People can worship whoever they want to worship, as far as I'm concerned. But this has me spooked. I don't want Armion and his damned justiciars to arrest them and send them off to Blue River Prison.
It's so bright
or
out
worse.
here. I don't know how you stand it.
Hey, nice to see you. He's accused of stealing from Icewind traders. What of it? Ah, wait. Don't tell me he roped you into having the charges dropped. He's been trying that tactic a lot recently. I have sympathy for the cat, being accused like this while the bigger fish swim free. What can I do? I have to enforce the law. No, but Cetus made the accusation. I don't know what you expect me to do, but I can't just drop charges on a whim like this. You have a point. Your word, along with Dartokto's, is one more voice than Cetus has on his side. Very well. Consider the charges dropped. However, I'm afraid it does come with some strings attached. I can't drop charges like this and return things back to the way they were. Consider the charges dropped, but Dartokto will be evicted of residency in Bruma. No way I can get away with dropping these charges without people starting to ask questions about how fit I am to be guard captain. It's no secret he's a thief, but he's about as close to a good thief as you can get without reading a children's bedtime story. Tell him I'm sorry. I was sort of fond of that cat. Oh, felt strange to say that. Anyway, you should probably go tell Dartokto the bittersweet news.
damned shopkeepers.
Yes, make it quick. I'm a busy man. There will be peace for a time, during which we must rebuild Skyrim into the land it once was. Strong, self-reliant, the center of mankind. Because getting rid of the Empire was only half the problem. Soon the elves will again seek to rule the world. We must ready ourselves to fight them. For it will be Skyrim that shall lead Tamriel in those dark days, when the fate of the world is finally determined. Talos, watch over.
You hear that?
Files far, journeys not remembered now. Tired, scarred, kneel among the embers now. Breathe life into this hollowed vessel
Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. Dr. Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. A prominent feature here is the It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcadian is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Thalmor, one of our most esteemed.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
Thalmor is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we doing? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
No, don't listen to her. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then this should be no problem at all for you. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and you have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Hold still. Excellent. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fine... You'll give an old man hope.
I have many important... things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
Thank you.